The following is a presentation of the Mat Talk Podcast Network.
You've always got time for Short Time.
Hey, it's Warren Lopez.
David Taylor.
Brent Metcalf. Johnny Hendricks. Tony Ramos. Bubba J.
Mike Golick.
Matthew Modine.
The one and only Chael Sonnen, and you are listening to the one and only Short Time Wrestling Podcast by the often imitated and never duplicated Jason Bryant.
Greetings again from the Fargo Dome, Fargo, North Dakota. It's episode 274 of the Short Time Wrestling Podcast. Jason Bryant here with you as we have wrapped up our Cadet Greco-Roman portion of the event. We will bring you the interviews from each of our 17 champions that were crowned on Monday afternoon. And a great day of Greco-Roman wrestling, a lot of great promise with our Greco-Roman program coming through the circuit. So let's just sit back, relax, kick back, and hear from the champions in their own words here on episode 274 of the Short Time Wrestling Podcast. 88-pound champion Sam Latona of Alabama.
I'm just excited right now. I'm really pumped.
You consider yourself one of the leaders on the team?
Yes, sir. I'm, probably the smallest one on the team, but I try to bring everyone up no matter what and stay positive. So.
What did you wake up this morning thinking?
I was in the semifinals, so I was thinking one by one, but I had in my mind I was going to win it the whole time.
What did your coaches tell you this morning?
My coaches were all positive. They knew, they believed in me, I believe in them. So.
I talked to Rod Daddy a little bit as far as the state of Alabama goes. He said you were the guy that was going to be the one to watch for Alabama this week. You guys had a good squad, good team. But what was the thing that really put you over the hump to help you win this title? As Shane had alluded to, you didn't start with your high school team, but you're national champion today.
Yeah, my coach Chad Rizzler, he's helped me. He's been on the longest journey with me, and he's been through it all with me and everything. So it's really I give all my glory to Chad. So.
Turn around, get ready for freestyle.
Yes, sir. 88.
94-pound champion Dylan Ragusin of Illinois.
Singlet of Team Kansas.
All right, Dylan.
Chase.
Talk about your win a little bit. And, how you felt you wrestled today.
I wrestled all right. I got to my ties really well. I got to places where I'm good. I didn't play the other guy's game. If I got a trap arm, I ended the match. It's how the thing you got to do. You got to find a way to win and end the matches quickly.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, in the blue corner for Team Colorado.
What do you think when you woke up this morning, bud?
I just, doing everything right, doing everything the best I can to ensure myself the best possible way I can win. Eating plenty of breakfast, eating the right stuff, working out when I need to work out, any way to win. I try to do it, and showed out there today.
How does the state of Illinois set you up and wrestlers like you to win national championships that basically put you on a path to success to win early?
Oh, there's so many good coaches, so many good athletes to help guide your way through. Montini Catholic High School, plenty of Fargo champs in there. They just surround yourself, and it's great. It's wonderful to be around them.
Winning in dramatic fashion like that, or big fashion, I should say, what does that mean to you?
It just shows that hard work, can complete anything. And I trained so hard for this tournament, and, winning just showed dominance, and that's what I kind of wanted to do going into this tournament.
100-pound champion Ridge Lovett of Idaho.
And now we go back to the second period.
Okay, Ridge, it looked like you had a killer top game out there. You salted it off with the guts on top. But, talk about your top game, how it helps you win out here today.
Well, I've always been pretty good at my guts, but going down there and training with all the different coaches and getting different looks, it's always been helping me, just different locks on top, getting it tighter, learning to run it to both sides instead of just one. And,
Your state's kind of known for some Greco. Who do you look up to in your state when you come here and think about all the guys that have won?
Hayden Tuma, he's a big one. He was coming down helping out with the camps. Seth McLeod, he always did pretty good here. He's a big role model for me, and coming in and helping out with the high school, mainly those two guys.
What's the most fun part about wrestling Greco-Roman?
The throws probably, and just how, it's just intense being in there and getting on top and getting to work your stuff and just doing everything. It's all just fun.
What does this Fargo title mean to you?
It means a lot. I gave up most of my summer for this. As of last year, I didn't really. I went to a couple camps. This year, I went all summer long, and it's just good to know that my hard work paid off.
106-pound champion, Jace Kelzer of Kansas.
All right, Jace. So second in Greco last year. You got over the hump this year. What was the difference?
I worked out 4 times a day, 2, 3, 4. I was on a mission this year, like I just said. Ever since last year, it's been my drive, just win this tournament. That's all I wanted. I came here to do it, and I was on a mission to do it, and I won it.
So I was one of those people pronouncing your name wrong. You feel like everybody needs to know your name now that you won Fargo?
I hope so. That's the plan. But, I mean, if they say it wrong still, it's all right.
All right, Shane Sparks alluded to it with the hair, but, you're following a guy. He had to introduce Sam Brooks with a great mullet. Now you've got Shane Sparks in here. Is that one of these cool things you want to tell us, like, all right, that guy's in the Big Ten Network, and now I'm getting interviewed by him here in Fargo. What's it like to just kind of be under these lights right now?
It's exciting. I mean, I want to do this for mainly the rest of my life, college, out of college, and just really exciting to be in this environment and to be able to wrestle. I'm truly grateful to be able to have the opportunity to be able to wrestle in this kind of environment.
What's the best part about wrestling Greco-Roman?
I love Greco. It's probably one of my favorite styles out of the 3. There's nothing specific. It's just really fun. I like it. I enjoy it.
What's the style tournament replicate your success?
Just stay calm again. Get it focused in my mind. Just stay relaxed. Practice 2 or 3 times before I even wrestle a match in freestyle, just so I can get back adjusted from wrestling Greco for 2 days. And that's all we wrestled at camp too. So just getting back in the swing of things and being able to get on the legs and stuff.
113-pound champion, Jordan Hamden of Michigan.
All right, Jordan, you were down 8-0 in your finals match. How do you keep your composure there and come back and you won 11-8?
I had to stick to the goal of scoring. I had to keep all my scores and just be smart about how I wrestled. I knew I had a chance if he didn't score anymore, so I had to get to my points before he got all of his.
What are you going to remember most about this whole Fargo experience, from the camps to getting up here and up to winning?
How competitive it is. It's hard. It's worth the journey, but yeah, it's a hard tournament. I had to just stick to my goals, and I've always had good help and support from my parents and coaches, and them taking me everywhere to the practices that I needed to accomplish this goal.
You have to run up those steps to the raised platform under the light. You're out there, just you and the other guy. What's it mean to actually stand on that raised platform in the center of this building and realize, oh crap, I'm in the finals?
I had to remember why I was there, the hard work that I made it that far. I wasn't going to lose, and not put in the hard work to come back, even when I was down. So I just had to stay smart about how I wrestled.
120-pound champion, Therius Robeson of Colorado.
To the head table.
All right, man. I want to talk about that super duck at the end. Is that something you've been working on? And applying that to Greco, I mean, that's something takes a little bit of talent.
Yeah, super ducks. I really do super ducks a lot. At state tournament this year, I hit super ducks, and I saw him reaching. I just saw him reaching, so I decided to hit it.
I want to build that level. So what's your favorite Greco move or series of moves?
I like attacking the wrist, and I look for drags. And then after I look for that drag with the left arm, they start reaching for my wrist, and I drag the other side, and I like to find the body and try and throw.
Junior women.
You've been successful in the age group levels your entire life. I mean, you can't go through one wrestling magazine 1 year without seeing your picture and your name in there. Now you've got up here, you got the big stop sign. You've won a national title so far. What does this mean for all the years that you put in? Now that I'm on the big stage, I'm in Fargo, I've got that big stop sign. What's that mean?
All my long hours, they just finally paid off. There's a lot of practices where I just don't want to go into practice, and then I still go work hard, and now all the sweat, tears, it just paid off.
Got a pretty good group of teammates there in Colorado. What's it mean to have those guys with you with this win?
It's real big. I got a great team to push me in practice, every single practice. I got great coaches, Luke Morris, Bo Slosher, Jake Gregerson, and Jeffrey Estrada, that pushed me to my limits where I feel like breaking.
126-pound champion, Nick Ramo of New Jersey.
All right, Nick, obviously, I don't think you've lost at Fargo. So tell me what it is about Fargo that gets you going, gets you excited to wrestle.
The atmosphere, really. I mean, you look around, you got all these center stage, you're wrestling in front of all these people, and I just walk in here, I'm like, I'm not losing.
Tough, close match there, too. Talk about your match. You seem to excel under that.
I wasn't expecting that. I haven't really studied him. I didn't know who he was until the finals match, and he came out, he knew my style, and he just defended it really well, and it made me open up and do different things that I'm not used to.
He also didn't seem to be too impressed with your credentials. He went out there and bombed you, man. I mean, what's it mean to go out there and you've had a lot of success and somebody goes out there and slaps you like that? You're like, okay, it's on.
I mean, you just have to stay calm and stay focused to the match. I mean, don't pay attention to the score and just wrestle. Score as many points as you can. Take all the opportunities that are given to you during the match.
You want to wrestle him again, freestyle? Yeah. And how does your Greco help you get ready for freestyle in that transition?
I mean, like I said before, I wrestle Greco. It's not like Greco, but all my underhooks, all my front heads, that's my main scoring. So guys shoot, I could use those throws. So Greco helps out a lot, even though I don't do it a lot.
132-pound champion Mason Phillips of Washington.
I mean, so every year I seem to forget that Pacific Northwest is kind of good at Greco. What are you guys doing up there to make you so good?
I don't know. There's a lot of kids up there that unusually they like doing Greco better than freestyle, and sometimes they won't even do freestyle. They just like doing Greco. And we have a lot of Greco guys up there who are real good when they were younger that just kind of stayed around up there that not a whole lot of people probably know about. So I think that really helps with us.
Talk about your finals match a little bit. High scoring, high paced, high energy.
Yeah. It was a little fast-pacer than my other matches I was used to, so I had to try and keep up the pace with them, which I did. And I said I'd keep getting my offense, not get distracted that I was maybe down at some points. I had to stick to my game plan and eventually came out on top.
Rocking the Vandit wrestling shirt there. Let's talk about that club a little bit and what it's meant to you and with your development as a wrestler and as a person.
About 5 years ago, I couldn't really find any practice partners or any real good coaches that could match my skill anymore. So I was trying to have to find places, and I was actually just at home one day, and one of my friends told me that there was a guy up at Vandit. He just started the club, and he told me to come try it out, so I figured I'd go up there. I went up there a few times, and then I just kept going, and 5 years later, thankfully to Coach Andy, he got me the national championship.
You mentioned that you were out last year due to a knee injury. Talk about that recovery mentally.
It was hard. The first 3 months, all I could do was walk. And it was right before the high school season, and I was going to be a freshman, and I was really wanted to be a 4-time state champ. So it was really hard to be told that you weren't going to be able to wrestle for a whole year. So I was just kind of sitting around, and it was hard to watch all my friends do good. And then seeing people I grew up with come to big tournaments like this and do really well. So I was really motivated this year to come in and finally win it.
138-pound champion Will Lewan of Illinois.
All right, so talk about your heritage a little bit here. You have Montini Catholic, Izzy, you and yourself and Dylan Ragusin both won titles today. Yeah. Same team, same school, same program, Illinois. Talk about that, what that means to you.
Well, Izzy just makes me so much better as a person and a wrestler. And he always pushes me as far as I can go, and that's why I get so much better, and that's why I've made such big strides from last year, taking 5th place here. And Dylan Ragusin the same, because he's just a little guy, and to do what he did is pretty impressive.
Talk about your finals a little bit.
Well, I was a little nervous going out there, but I had it in my mind that I was going to win the whole time, and I think if you have the mindset that you're going to win, you're going to get the job done.
How infectious is this Illinois attitude every year coming out of Fargo? We're going to win a lot of titles. We're going to bring a lot of All-Americans home. We're going to win that big, big trophy at the end of the day.
Well, just being part of Illinois is something else, because they're the best state, and our training camp is just really tough, and they just put so much pressure on us to be the best, and we have to live up to that expectation.
What type of pressure are you dealing with when you walk up on that race platform and the lights are off? It's the lamp. You're on the finals. This is your show.
Just the pressure that I put in all the hard work that I needed to win that championship, and if I lost it, it's because I needed to work harder, and I knew that I could win because I trained hard enough.
Yeah, I want to expand a little bit on that Illinois thing. Can you explain just the camps, the bus ride, however you guys got here, and just that experience of once you're on the team and, the start of the summer till now?
Well, from the very beginning, there's a mindset where everyone wants to win. And on the bus ride, you can just see how everyone's focused. And in the camp, the coaches are just so tough on us, and because they know that we could be the best, and we are the best. So
145-pound champion, Dewan Andrews of Arizona.
All right, Dewan, talk about your match a little bit. Hard fought, but got the job done.
It was a tough match. I just stayed in good position and wrestled hard to get the win. My other matches were pretty good, too. I just tech-falled everyone, and that was about it.
What was the key? What was the key for your wrestling this weekend?
Just being confident and never stop, and believe in what you got. It could take you a long ways.
What did you wake up this morning thinking?
I want the stop sign, take it back to AZ.
Now that you have the stop sign, where are you gonna put it? Where are you gonna put it in your house? Where are you gonna put it in your room?
I'm gonna put it right over the top where I sleep, so I can wake up and look at it every day.
152-pound champion, James Rogers of Washington.
This was the face-offs. All right, James. So a little bit of a blitzkrieg there in the finals. What happened in the finals there? You came out and went 12-0 really fast.
I just kept my head, just went point by point, like my coaches said, and ended up taking the guy, which was a really, really good win.
I know Shane just asked you about it, but I was there watching your semifinal match, and you had one of the best back arches I've ever seen to get out of that pin. Just talk about your thought process again when you were down in that match.
I just kind of flipped the switch. I was on my back for quite a while, and I just thought, I can't go out like this. I can't lose my dream like this. So.
You ever wrestled that kid before? You know anything about him?
I hadn't, which it was kind of shocking. I got put down 9-0, but I just kept my head and got the win.
What about the experience of wrestling in the finals, going up to the raised platform, with the lights on, and this is the Fargo Dome. This is you've been here before. This is what you drive for in Greco-Roman. I mean, what's those feelings like?
It was pretty nerve-wracking. I'm usually more nervous in collegiate because Greco is kind of my thing. I just work primarily Greco, so it didn't feel that bad.
160-pound champion, Aaron Brooks of Maryland.
This match, what were the keys to getting through that one?
Well, I knew that he was very aggressive. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to push the pace. I knew I was in better shape than him. So what I was going to do was just work him so that he would be on the passive side. So I knew he'd get tired if I just kept snapping on his head and going in. And so I just had a game plan, and just did it.
So Aaron, it's a long way from North Hagerstown to North Dakota. Talk about your thought process on the plane ride, the bus ride here.
I was just thinking about. Whole time I was just thinking about winning because in my head it was kind of a cocky mindset, but I knew I was going to win. I had to think. You have to think that to be at the top. So,
Aaron, coming up from 38 this year, you wrestled 38, in Maryland, up to 60 this year.
Oh yeah. I just ate a lot after wrestling season and then turned it into muscle. So.
But you're enjoying eating, right?
Yeah, I love eating. Yeah.
What's the best thing about North Dakota so far, besides winning?
A lot of nice people. So.
170-pound champion, Travis Whitlake Jr. of Oregon.
All right, Travis, talk about your finals match a little bit. Pretty controlled match for you, and pick up your second Cadet Greco title.
I did some studying on this kid. I wrestled him at the World Team Trials in freestyle, and I picked up the tech fall on him, but I'm probably the best at freestyle, but a lot better at freestyle than Greco. But so I'm just with my leg attacks and everything, I ended up getting the tech fall. But he really likes a 2-on-1, and I watched his matches today, and he was beating kids with 2-on-1, just controlling ties and hitting carries out of it and stuff, getting big points. So I definitely watched out for that and changed up my style a little bit, reaching with different hands instead of the same hand always, and just trying to post and keep him off one arm, keep him off his 2-on-1 because that's what he was looking for. So I just changed up my style and I went back to my head snaps, and that's what seems to work for me.
What's going to be different this year? Last year you came in, same expectations, same Triple Crown hopes. You won Greco, you go into freestyle and you get third. So what's got to be different this time around?
Different, I'd have to say I just got to focus more. I've definitely trained a lot better this year. I went to more places training. My training's gotten harder, more serious, and I'm more focused. And I feel like I've made really big gains from last year, maturity and just wrestling-wise too. So I'm really looking forward to get out there and be able to hit some leg attacks and get to do what I like best.
Travis, you've made it pretty clear a bunch of times, that here in other places that freestyle is your favorite, you feel it's your best style, but you always come out here, you're going for your 5th Triple Crown. How important is it for you to just be dominant in all the styles?
Yeah, I mean, being dominant in all the styles is amazing because, I mean, it says you're an overall well-rounded wrestler. I mean, if you can win in all styles, it's a big accomplishment. I mean, it's showing that I don't have to always, attack legs. I can go upper body too. So, it shows different abilities I have and different styles that I can wrestle with.
And I'm a junior myself. How important is it for you to have that, when you register for a tournament, you always make sure you have Travis Willig Jr. on there?
Well, I guess that just separates me from my dad, Travis Willig Sr. and Travis Willig Jr., but I mean, I haven't had junior always, but actually we just put it on not too long ago. But yeah, I mean, and it's just a different name than my dad.
182-pound champion Ryan Caroli of New Jersey.
All right, man. Talk about your finals match a little bit and getting the job done this time around.
It was just I never wrestled him before. Just kind of came out here, and I'm an old cadet, so knew I could get it done. And I mean, just all my matches weren't very close up to this point, so I had to watch this kid and know what he was going to do. So I just capitalized on all my attacks and controlled the match and won the match. So
you didn't have a lot of close ones. What was your toughest match the past 2 days?
It was, this one and then my semifinals match, kid from Pennsylvania, big, strong. I wrestle more of like a freestyle Greco. I don't stand straight up. I'm kind of like freestyle stance. So he was digging underhooks, and it's just strong kid. So I got to get to my attacks, and it's a little difficult against those kind of kids, but got it done. So
winning is always fun, but what is about wrestling Greco-Roman and winning that's fun?
Just because it's a different style. Coming from New Jersey, a lot of us don't practice it too much, obviously during the year, and then even in the freestyle Greco season, a lot of freestyle, not too much Greco. So it's just, being able to make that transition, come out here and wrestle both styles to the best of my abilities. So,
as a Civil War, New Jersey, is it pork roll or is it Taylor ham?
Taylor ham, of course.
That's a wrong answer. Nice job.
Thank you.
195-pound champion Braxton Amos of Ohio.
All right, Braxton, talk about your finals match a little bit. Obviously we just heard a little revenge for you. So how does it feel?
It feels great to wrestle up on the stage and end up winning. I knew he had a great head and arm, so I wanted to stay away from that. But once I got that final gut wrench, I knew that I won.
Does that walkout music get you pumped up a little bit?
Yeah, definitely. I got a call. I was eating lunch, and I got a call, hey, come back over. There's a problem. Turns out New Jersey wanted me to be kicked out for representing Team Ohio at the cadet duels, so ended up just changing singlets for him.
Did that disrupt your mindset at all? It's got to be a little bit of a distraction preparing for our finals.
Yeah, a little bit. I was real focused going to lunch, getting ready in my head what I need to do. Then when I got the call, I'm like, wait, what? So, I got refocused and had to perform.
Is this the kind of message that you want to send, going into your freshman year at West Virginia? You try to be double champ is the first step, try to be double champ. Is this kind of message you want to send to the nation?
Yeah, definitely. I want to stay out of my weight class, I guess, is the message I'm trying to send to everybody that I can. Make it a little bit easier.
220-pound champion Tyler Curd of Missouri.
All right, Tyler. Great weekend for you, winning the Greco tournament. How do you feel you wrestled? And take me through your finals match a little bit.
I felt I wrestled pretty good. Going through the finals match, nothing was really working. I know that some of my stuff I usually hit constantly, and people would catch on to it real quick, and just had to mix it up a little bit, go to the basics.
What was the reaction after you beat Schultz yesterday and then carrying that over into today, beating the Cadet Greco World Team member?
I was shocked. I really was. I thought that Schultz was going to come out and be a little more than what I expected, and I guess it really didn't happen. Going into it today, I felt on top of the world. I beat the number one, but the number one is still pretty good. I got to come back and do it in freestyle.
What are your plans for freestyle? Getting ready for it, getting back up, letting this one go.
My plans for freestyle, just getting after it. It's just, I think it'll be a little more better because bigger boy. I like to shoot, though. I don't know. I like freestyle a little more.
Excited?
Yeah.
Being from Missouri, how big of an influence is Jaden Cox on you?
You what?
How big of an influence is Jaden on you?
Jaden, he has a really big influence on me. He comes in to wrestle with us sometimes, and he goes around with the big boys. He's a little bigger, so yeah, it's pretty cool.
285-pound champion Spencer Trineri of Iowa.
All right, Spencer, take me through your match a little bit. You know, you got some big points, put up some big moves. I think 16 points in the finals. That's especially for a big guy. You know, what's that like for you?
I mean, I got it down early on. You know, he got 2 takedowns, I think. So I knew I needed to come back a little. So when I got my first takedown, I just knew I had to keep gutting. And then I think that got me up 8 points on him. So I knew one more takedown and I'd be good.
Is Top a game changer for you this week?
Oh, absolutely. Last year, I had no guts, nothing. This year, it's one of my main scores of points. So, yeah, it's a big difference.
Talk about the work you put in on that gut wrench, over the past year.
Really, I just figured out that if you drive hard enough with it, anybody will go with it. So I learned to drive harder, drive faster even.
This show is part of the Matt Talk Podcast Network. For more wrestling podcasts, head over to MattTalkOnline.com.